Alright everybody, welcome back to the NAGA here on YouTube. This is week 8 of the regular season, coming at you a little bit later than anticipated. Do apologize for that. Had a very busy weekend, so I was not able to record until now, which is Sunday night. Just before the primetime game was set to kick off. But all of the games that you do not see currently will probably be pushed back, 24 hours or so. That's kind of still TBD as we get all the games made up here, but we will get them made up for you in hopefully the next day or so. But yeah, we've got Salt Lake City and El Paso coming into this game. Salt Lake City coming in 3-4 record. They are actually on a 3-game winning streak coming into this game. They have a minus 14 point differential. They have the 21st ranked total offense, 30th pass, 6th rush, 7th defense, 4th pass, 18th rush. And then for El Paso, the home team, they're 3-4. They have lost 3 out of their last 4 games after starting. Wait a minute, that's incorrect. Is Salt Lake City actually on a 3-game winning streak? Did my season schedule thing mess up, or are they actually on a 3-game winning streak? Let's see. Scores. Salt Lake City won last week. Yeah, they won the week before. Okay, so Salt Lake City being on a 3-game winning streak is correct. El Paso lost week 7 by 1 point to St. Louis. And they are 3-4, but why does it say they have 4 wins? That doesn't make any sense. Let me just get this straight here. Week 1 they won. Week 2 they won. Week 3 they lost. Okay. So they won their first 2 and then lost their next 3. Beat Louisville, lost to St. Louis. So they are 3-4. So one of these is incorrect. I'll go and fix that later. But anywho, they have a minus 10 point differential. Total offense is 8th. Pass offense is 12th. Rush offense is 11th. Total defense is 6th. Pass defense is 9th. Rush defense is 10th. Injuries for these teams. Salt Lake City is without 2 starters, 1 on each side. Outside linebacker Jonah Nix is out to the divisional round with a knee tweak. And left tackle Quentin Barnes has been out for a while with a tricep strain. He comes back in week 10. For El Paso, they have got a load of them, especially on the offensive line. They're without their starting left tackle Max Wrights, who comes back next week. Their youngster guard Andrew Rutledge, who is in his 2nd year, he's out for the year with a severe calf tear. Their starting center, Patrick Bowman, is out until the Jugan Bowl with a quadriceps partial tear. They've also got 2 receivers out. Deshaun Montgomery, upper back strain, is out of the wild card round, as well as Kenny Knight, quad strain. He is back next week. Tight end Timothy Boucher is out with a hamstring tweak. He is back next week. And then Lorenzo Salvaggio, their starting defensive tackle, will be out with a minor MCL tear. He is out until the conference round. So that is 7 players injured for El Paso coming into this week. Good to see what their offensive line looks like in this game. That is something to note due to the injuries that they have been sustaining all year. Expert picks time. We are in El Paso for this game, and they have a 71% chance to win as the home team here at Fort Bliss Stadium. we will head down there for the opening kickoff. Alrighty, we are here live. El Paso, as the home team, has won the coin toss, so they will receive it. It'll be Salt Lake City's Justin Lovell who will boot it away to get us started. Returning will be Nate Smith for El Paso. The youngster running back, second-year man undrafted out of North Dakota State, is Nate Smith, as Ronan Gallagher will lead his troops out onto the field here. Was a Season 3 fourth-round pick by Virginia Beach out of Syracuse, and he'll take his first shot deep here, and that'll be incomplete. Intended target was 16 Eric Fletcher, coverage by safety Tevin McLeod-Warren. Take a look at the Salt Lake City defensive unit. Gonna watch for the two corners this week, 26 Jeremy Bray, as well as 28 Trey Seabrooks. Both rookies, Bray an 89 elite, 21 Seabrooks an 83 superstar at just 22. As that was Sean Miles breaking that one deep for a first down. This one is intended, I believe that was the backup running back, Darius Irvin, but that is incomplete. Irvin coming over in a trade from Fort Wayne earlier this year. They look to get him more involved as Derek Nixon gets that tackle, but offensive tackle Matthew Hamblin, was he starting at left tackle or was he at right tackle this week? He was at right tackle. So yet another offensive line injury for El Paso as Eric Fletcher hauls that one in for the first down. Gosh, they cannot catch a break on that offensive line. 75 taking the spot as rookie Josh Gates. Speaking of rookies, Darius Irvin, the 80 overall superstar, was a first-round pick by Fort Wayne this year out of Jacksonville State. Gets the first down. Handoff here to Trent Kane, the fullback. Gain of 4. Stop made by Nixon. Second down 4 for the Toros here. Gallagher feeling the pressure. Almost went down for the sack, but gets it out to Fletcher on the little underneath route. Going to be about a yard short or so. It'll bring up third down and a long one here. Gallagher to pass toward the end zone. He's got Rashawn Slaughter, and that'll put him inside the 2. Knocking on the door to the end zone here. El Paso driving on their first drive of the game. Miles in the backfield. He gets the toss. He'll go in untouched. Touchdown, El Paso. Kicker Cameron Morrissey on to attempt the extra point. It is good. So El Paso has no problem going right down the field and scoring on their first drive, even with the depleted offensive line we talked about going into this game. It'll be Dimitri Starks who will be returning for Salt Lake City. A second-year wide receiver from her 6th-round pick out of Michigan. And it'll be Sean Douglas who will be leading out his troops. The rookie quarterback, 2nd-round pick out of Ohio State. The 85 overall elite development. Looking to go deep on his first pass, and he's got his man. That is James Hatchett with the catch. Veteran at 28 years of age, former Fort Wayne General. And he and Reggie McAllister look to feast on this El Paso secondary. They'll get it out to his running back here, DeAndre Ballard, who was just 2 yards away from tying the single-game rushing record in NAGA history. He ran for 262 yards last week against DC, as Bengal 8A going to bring down Douglas here for the sack. Loss of about 5 or so. It'll be 3rd and 15 here for the Cougars. Douglas passes incomplete. That one defended by a veteran defensive back, Lonnie Clemens. So Salt Lake City's offense will stall here. It'll be Lovell to attempt from 49, and it's off the upright and in just like he planned it. Justin Lovell puts the first points on the board for the Cougars. 3:06 to go, opening quarter. Hope you're enjoying so far. Season 7, Week 8 action here in the NAGA. If you're interested in joining the action, please be sure to check out our Discord, which is linked in the description, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel to not miss any of our action going forward. Playoffs will begin early to mid-January. That's when we'll wrap up our regular season and shift our focus toward the playoffs, where the real action begins. 2nd down, 4 after a first down carry by Miles. Gallagher gonna go play action here. Has a target deep, and that is incomplete. Looking in the direction of Fletcher, and there's Jeremy Bray, the Elite Dev rookie corner for Salt Lake City. Already one of their best players on defense. A little 3rd down throw here by Gallagher, and he's got Rashad Slaughter. The veteran receiver, 7'9" overall at 32. He's been around the league, originally with Brooklyn. Gallagher will toss it on 1st down. Miles on the toss there. Looks like it was Seabrooks, 28, who dragged him down. They'll gain 7 on that. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Hand off to Miles. Hurdles over Seabrooks, but barely gets any yardage on that. They'll say he gained 1. It'll bring up 3rd and a couple right near midfield. Irvin now in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's got a lot of space, and he's got a 1st down. Stop made by 25 for the Cougars. That is CJ Peace. And that will end the first quarter. Entertaining game so far. 7-3, El Paso leads. Kicking off the 2nd quarter of action here at Fort Bliss Stadium in El Paso. Ronan Gallagher in the single back with wide receiver Eric Fletcher in motion here. He'll hand it off. Miles up the middle, and he's going nowhere. Derek Nixon breaks through the defensive line. Loss of 2. Gallagher, 2nd down and 12. Wide open target, and Fletcher cannot hang on. That was a little bit of an overthrow there by Gallagher as well. So that is one he for sure wants back. 3rd and 12 now. Play action. Gallagher going to go down for the sack here. It's Emmanuel Blackman, a former Fort Wayne general. Blackman coming over in the trade for a whole bunch of players, in fact. What was that trade that he was involved in? That was quite the trade with Fort Wayne earlier this year. First down run there by Ballard. Yeah, so the full details of the trade was Fort Wayne gets Calvin Shaw, Abraham Baker, Solomon Lloyd, James Elmer, and a 4th. For Earl Howard the 4th, Carter Pedersen, Emmanuel Blackman, and Cordy Ballantyne. So Salt Lake City getting a lot of youth from Fort Wayne on that trade. 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Cougars. Douglas. Oh, nice route, but he threw it behind his intended target. I believe that was Hatchet he was trying to go to. And it'll bring up a 4th down as Salt Lake City's offense not really clicking so far. Casey Blanton on to punt. Nate Smith waits for the return, and Ballard is right there for the tackle at the 40. $7:23 to go, second quarter. El Paso up by 4. Miles up the middle. Good gain of 7 on that first down carry to bring up 2nd and 3. I formation now. Trent Kane in the game at the fullback spot. He'll provide the lead block for Miles. Shakes off a hit. He's inside the 30, and he's going to be dragged down by Seabrooks. What a run by Sean Miles. That one good for 29 yards. Miles controlling the game so far here in the first half, almost 70 yards. Here's another carry for him. Miles up the middle. And he's got himself a nice 9.5-yard gain here. 2nd and short. Irvin now in the game. Gallagher will throw over the middle, not necessarily to anybody in particular. And that will be incomplete. 3rd and short. Strong I formation now. Brandon Hawk lined up at tight end. Fletcher in motion here. The run up the middle with Irvin. Nixon not able to get to him this time, but that'll be good enough to move the chains for a first down. Irvin on the run here. Going to be tripped up there. Bray on the tackle. And Justin Raphael banged up. He's starting at linebacker this week for the injured Jonah Nix. Irvin up the middle. Has himself a first down. Good blocking. Shout out backup center this week, Alex Wheeler. 30-year-old normal dev center. 1st and goal for the Toros. Miles. Ooh, almost shed that tackle, but Michael Curry was right there for the stop. Loss of 2. 2nd down and goal. Gallagher now in the shotgun. 4 wideouts in the game. Miles up the middle, and he'll only gain a yard. Good tackle by 45, Charlie Scudder. It'll bring up 3rd and goal for El Paso. Gallagher, another toss play. Miles gonna get in. Touchdown, El Paso. Sean Miles with a rush TD. And shout out the offensive line in this game. I know I mentioned I would tell you who it is, and now I do know. Left tackle was Chris McGinnis. He usually starts at right tackle this season, but right's going down, so he moves over. Left guard, Zachary Eisenman, number 72, there for the Toros. Center we mentioned is Wheeler, Alex Wheeler. Right guard, it's going to be Adrian Steigerwald. And then right tackle was Matthew Hamblin, but he got hurt. Josh Gates is now taking his spot, number 75. 1st and 10 for the Cougars, now down by 11. DeAndre Ballard on the carry, 22 for El Paso. Isaac Staples on the tackle. Second-year superstar dev linebacker out of Ohio State. Reggie Armstead, the fullback, trying to get some yardage. That'll be a loss of 1. Fritz Richard, who missed most of last year with an injury, is now back and healthy. 3rd and 8. Ballard on the carry, got a first down. Nice angry run there. Daquan Thompson on the stop. 1st and 10 as Douglas goes hurry up here. Firing deep, complete. Hatchet with the catch. Donovan Travis couldn't catch up in coverage. First down Cougars as they are continuing to roll here. Good swat there. Ronnie Clemens on the defended pass that time. Douglas on 2nd down. A throw here, wide open, Reggie McAllister, end zone, touchdown! Nico Malatesta couldn't catch him in time, and they connect for a 30-yard strike, and Salt Lake City has found the end zone. Extra point by Lovell is good, and this is a ball game again, 14-10. 1:25 to go here in the first half. Remember, Salt Lake City does get the ball here at the beginning of the second half, so if they do hold El Paso here, they have a good chance of taking the lead. First down as that one goes out for a touchback. Ball at the 25. Go! Gallagher on the throw here, completes it. Galbraith with a little bit of a funky route that time, but able to haul it in for a gain of 13. Hike. First down throw here again. Galbraith showing shades of his tight end days in Orlando with a broken tackle after the catch. First down. A minute to go now in the first half. Gallagher's pass complete. There's tight end Brandon Hawk, the rookie who missed a whole chunk of time with a big injury earlier this year, but is back healthy. The 8-2 overall superstar, such an important part of this offense. Second down and 5. Gallagher incomplete. It's Justin Raphael getting back into the defense here for Salt Lake City on this crucial third down play. 3rd and 5 from the Cougar 41. Gallagher's pass is caught. This time he has Fletcher on the reception. El Paso using their second of 3 timeouts here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 24 as they look to put a little cushion onto this lead in the first half. Gallagher throws, pass is caught. There's his man Rashad Slaughter, who's had a pretty good first half. First down and goal now at the 9. 32 seconds and counting. Gallagher has some good blocks, and there's a touchdown for Brandon Hawk. The tight end finds the end zone. Cameron Morrissey to kick it. Demetrius Starks on the return out to the 21. Douglas now finding themselves trailing by 11. Going to try and quick start the offense here with a throw to DeAndre Knight. That'll be a first down. Salt Lake City still has all 3 of their timeouts left. Knight again on the catch. Nico Malatesta on the stop. This time they will use a timeout. They got 2 left with 7 seconds. Douglas probably going to heave it here. Ball at midfield. He'll throw it deep. That is complete to Hatchett with 1 second left, and they will have enough time to stop the clock. Wow. Precision there by the Salt Lake City coaching staff to have Hatchett get down with 1 second left, and Lovell's field goal is perfect to end the half. So they are right back in it. It is a 1-score game here in El Paso, 21-13 at half. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. As I think there was a penalty on that first down play. I couldn't quite catch it. I got the end of it. But Nico Malatesta there for the tackle for loss, and they are moving backwards here. It'll be 2nd and 20, ball at the 15-yard line. Just getting started here. Second half of action as we got DeAndre Ballard going right up the middle. And it'll be a 3rd down here coming up. Salt Lake City looking for a big play here, and they do get one. It is DeAndre Knight. His 3rd catch of the ball game. 1st and 10 Cougars. They keep rolling at the 40. Strong side handoff to Ballard. And that'll be good for 7. Stop made by 51 Theo Bailey. The former Virginia Beast draft pick, already his 6th year in the league, if you can believe it. 26-year-old star dev out of Vanderbilt. Reggie Armstead now on the handoff, and that'll be good enough for 4 yards and a 1st down for the Cougars. Armstead moving to fullback for a couple of games, actually. They utilize him due to the depletion of their tight end room. They actually had to move Noah Beal, who started the year at fullback, to their 3rd tight end spot. So that is what they're dealing with. Armstead here on the nice angle route. That is a perk of having a really fast fullback. You can get him out on those angle routes pretty quickly. And they're going to use Armstead here again as a lead blocker this time for Ballard. And he provides a perfect lead block right up the middle. How about that? That one is good for 20 yards. And they'll switch it up here. They'll bring Braylon Medley into the game. He'll block Douglas, firing to the end zone, and that is knocked away. Great defense by Elite Dev linebacker Sean Harrison. 2nd down and 10 for Douglas and company. Armstead and Ballard the backs. Man in motion is McAllister. Douglas gonna look short. Pass is complete. There's Armstead. Breaks off a tackle. And he'll eventually be dragged down at the 9. That'll bring up a key 3rd and 2 here. Big play. El Paso's defense looking for a stop. Salt Lake City looking for a 1st down here, and they will not get one. Good tackle. 94 on the stop for El Paso. That is Alan Parker, the 2nd-year defensive tackle out of USF. And that extra point will be up and good field goal. I don't know why I said extra point there, but Lovell going to add 3. And that will make it a 21-16 ball game here. Fielding it in the end zone is Smith. And he'll be stuffed shy of the 20 there. Bray hustling down on special teams for the stop. Ball will start at the 18 for the Toros. Miles on the carry. CJ Peace coming down from a safety spot to make the hit. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 here. Gallagher will throw. Has almost a wide open target. That was Galbraith he was trying to go to, but closing on it quickly was Mo Sewell. Nice defended pass there. 3rd and 6 here for Gallagher. He'll throw. Pass is caught Brandon Hawk, but he's short. And that'll force an El Paso punt. Salt Lake City getting the ball back here. First punt today for Adam Day, the El Paso punter. And Starks will let that one go inside the 20, and it'll be down to about the 18. Ballard on the second down handoff, and it'll be Alex Frost who will get the tackle for loss, former Colorado Springs linebacker. 3rd and 10 for the Cougars here. And McAllister going to haul it in here. Nice catch. First down as he gains 21 on 3rd down. 1st and 10 Cougars. Go. Douglas with a handoff. It's Ballard. Good blocking. That time by 75. I believe that's John Ludwig. It is. The right guard, star dev. It is 4th yard of Ohio. End of the 3rd quarter. It is a close one here in El Paso. Salt Lake City with the ball, down by 5. Ballard, another carry, another first down. Hasn't ran the ball a lot, but when he has been successful. 6th play of the drive coming up here. Ball at the El Paso 43. Douglas back to pass. Has Ballard wide open, and he got him. And he breaks the tackle there of 21 for El Paso. That was Joshua Cunningham. Eventually brought down to the 23. Medley in the game now at the running back spot. He will get the carry, and he won't get very far. Ball now at the 22 after a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Little misdirection to Ballard. Got a lot of room to work. And it'll be Donovan Travis there on the tackle. 3rd and 2. They'll bring in Medley here. Interesting decision. I would have kept Ballard in the game here. 3rd and 2. We'll see what they do. Douglas will pass. Hitch route caught. McAllister. 1st down. 1st and 10. They are in the red zone. Can Salt Lake City find pay dirt again? Douglas feeling the pressure. Gonna go down. It's a sack for Bryson Pitts. Came over to trade from South Beach earlier this season. Has made a huge impact on that D-line for El Paso. Douglas. Short pass is going to be incomplete. Threw it at the feet, I believe, of Ballard. 3rd down, 17. El Paso fans on their feet looking for a big stop here. Douglas, end zone, into double coverage. Incomplete. Coverage by Sean Florence. Love looking to knock field goal number 4 on the day through, and that kick from 36 is good. Justin Lovell single-handedly keeping Salt Lake City in the game, it feels like. He has known that feeling all too well. Of course, all of the league's 7 seasons of existence, he has been with this Cougar team. 84 overall normal dev kicker out of Kansas State at 32 years of age. A toss play on 1st down. Here's Miles getting the outside edge and picking up a 1st down. Stop made by C.J. Peace. Ball at the 33 for the Toros. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Miles going to run again. Peace, who's been a busy man out there, makes the tackle once more. Gain of 7. That puts Miles over the century mark today on 16 carries. Darius Irvin now in the game. He'll get the carry. Going right up that right side and over midfield for another Toro 1st down. Salt Lake City seeming to have no answer here for the El Paso rushing attack. Let's see if they answer here. Gallagher going to go deep here. Play action. And that will be incomplete. Coverage by Bray on that one. 2nd down and 10. Miles in the backfield here. Gallagher to throw it. Got a man over the middle, and that was Hawk who couldn't haul it in, but that was in his hands. That would have been a big chunk play for the Toro offense, but he was not able to hang on. 3rd and 10, they're going to go play action again. This time deep, and that is incomplete. I believe they were looking for Slaughter, perhaps? Couldn't quite tell. 4th down, Adam Day on to punt, and that will probably be a touchback. Yep. So Salt Lake City going to get the ball again. Their defense has really stepped up here in the second half. Can the offense hold up their end of the bargain here? They go 1st down, check down to Armstead, who has been quite busy at the fullback spot today. 2 rushes and 3 catches. 2nd down and 5. They go handoff to Ballard on the right side. That'll be Malatesta on the stop there. Following the blocks of 74, it's John Schultz. 3rd down and 1, I formation. Big play here. Ballard on the carry. Good blocks, good 1st down, good broken tackle. Tackle by Daquan Thompson. DeAndre Ballard slowly turning into one of the most underrated running backs in the whole league. I mean, the guy ran for 262 yards last week, for goodness sake. Almost at an NAGA rushing record. Unbelievable. Douglas, 1st down, pass is complete. That's Armstead again on the catch. Positive yards that time, gaining 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the Cougar 41. Ballard in the game. Douglas throws. Wide open is tight end Jonathan Petropoulos. About time he's targeted tight end. That's his first target, I believe, to either of his tight ends today. Petropoulos, a star dev, 78 overall, 2nd-year man out of West Virginia. And that pass will be incomplete. Looking for Ballard, covered by Thompson. 2nd down and 10. Douglas with 2 tight ends in the gun here. They look to throw. Over the middle, trying to hit Hatchet, I believe, and that was Staples. Right in coverage, incomplete. Big 3rd down here. Salt Lake City down by 1 with 2.5 to go. Douglas, pass, caught. There's Reggie McAllister, Mr. Clutch for the Cougars. 1st down at the 20. El Paso calls a timeout, anticipating a Salt Lake City score of some kind here. Douglas to Ballard on the handoff. Ooh, big hit there. I think that was Travis who laid the boom. Gain of 9. And that puts Ballard over the center mark, 106 yards for him. He'll get another carry. This time he's stuffed Alex Frost, along with Alan Parker in there on the stop. Loss of a few. It'll be 3rd and 4 here. Another 3rd down. McAllister line up to the left. They go handoff to Ballard. Oh, that is an interesting call. They run it on 3rd down, and Fritz Richard says, not today. 2-minute warning is here as Justin Lovell will prepare for his 5th attempted field goal. This one from 32 yards out, and he missed it! No! Justin Lovell hooks it from 32! Oh, he was doing so well, too. Gallagher gonna scramble out of this and have a 1st down, stays on his feet and gains 16 yards. Jeremy Bray on the stop. Salt Lake City gonna use their timeouts here. Miles on the carry. Oh, big hit there as Peace trying to get the ball back in any way he can. 1 timeout left for the Cougars. 2nd down, 4 with 1:42 to go. Miles and Kane in the backfield. Gallagher looking to throw here. Pass is caught. Trent Kane, does he have enough? Yes, he does. They give him the 1st down, and that'll probably do it. Yes, they are in victory formation. Trent Kane seals the deal here for El Paso as Justin Lovell Heartbreaking way to lose after you carry the team on the back pretty much for 3.5 quarters. 4 field goals, but the 5th one just wide of the upright. Unfortunately, Salt Lake City, a heartbreaking loss this week as they will move to 3-5 on the year. We'll look at these teams' upcoming schedules for the next 2 weeks, or 2 games rather. Won't be in a 2-week span, of course, due to the Christmas New Year's break. But El Paso, first off, will stay at home next week in the new Battle of Texas. They will play San Antonio, so they'll come to town next week. And then for the last game of the year, they will go on the road to play Fresno. And then for Salt Lake City, they're going on the road once again to Colorado Springs, and they will wrap up the year at home against Albuquerque. Sean Miles, your player of the game, 17 for 109 and 2 TDs. He is also my player of the game. A great performance by him today. Bengal 8A, the defensive player of the game, with a sack, a TFL, and 3 tackles. We'll take a look at injuries here. I know Matthew Hamblin was on the injury report for El Paso. I believe that was it. Theo Bailey, I believe that was on the kneel down. I will go back and check that, though. Not entirely sure. Actually, it wouldn't have been, because he was on the defensive side. So, one that I did not get, I will go back and look. Ballard, not bad, 17 for 103. McAllister doing McAllister things. Tight ends, I wish, got more involved today. Only 1 catch by both of them combined. Seabrooks, 8 tackles. Peace, 7 tackles. Bray had 3 DPs. He was pretty good today. And a sack by Blackman. Derek Nixon getting in there a couple of times as well. 2 tackles for loss for him. Shout out. And Lovell, yeah, I feel bad for him, man. He gets put in these situations because Salt Lake City's red zone offense is just awful. Darius Irvin, 8 yards to carry for him. That's very good. Rashad Slaughter, their leading yards man today, actually, I believe. Yeah, 44 yards. Led the team in receiving yards. Good for him. Donovan Travis, yep, he was everywhere. 8 tackles. Now Atesta, 6. And that'll be that. We'll take a look at the returning and the kicking. Cameron Morrissey, 3 for 3 on the day. Adam Day, pretty light day for him, 3 punts. And I'll take a look at game stats and get out of here. That is it. Pretty even in the play department. El Paso leading 51-50. And yeah, that'll be it for this game. We will continue to make up all the other games this weekend, and we will see you soon, folks. Take it easy.